Hey guys, welcome back. It's Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Cartoon Network, or rather the future of Cartoon Network, because as we are hearing, it's kind of up in the air right now.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about what's going on with all of these networks which are owned by Warner Brothers, Crunchyroll and Verve and Rooster Teeth. But also remember that Cartoon Network is owned by Warner Brothers, and we've heard rumors from people that, there is concern, given that WarnerMedia has been absorbed in the WarnerMedia, right? WarnerMedia, which has, and it's complicated. I know it's complicated, but Crunchyroll, Rooster Teeth, part of WarnerMedia, they got absorbed into WarnerMedia, and now there's concern that there are going to be cutbacks or changes coming at Cartoon Network.
Right, and those other shows that were supposed to go to Cartoon Network.
Thundercats Roar and Infinity Train, and where are these shows at?
Right, they just
poof disappeared.
I think they're going to be in the streaming, but anyway.
Yeah, that's the running theory now, is a lot of these shows are being held back for Warner Brothers' new streaming service. But there seems to be some circumstantial evidence that changes are afoot at Cartoon Network. We've got people jumping ship.
Oh, no, according to him, he said he wasn't looking for another job, even though I find that funny.
Okay,
Why mention that at all then?
So this happened yesterday. This is actually an executive from Cartoon Network jumped ship for Andrews McMeel. Now, if you're not familiar with Andrews McMeel, if you've ever seen those calendars in the mall, they're like the different I don't know if they do the Garfield calendars, but they do a lot of calendars. They do a lot of graphic novel collections of comic strips. I think the Oatmeal, I think their book is through Andrews McMeel. It's definitely not a bad company at all, but I would say it probably is a little bit of a step down.
It's not a lateral move.
It's not a lateral move. Let's put it that way. Andrew McMeel is a very niche publisher. And the fact that this big executive from Cartoon Network is moving over there,
and now he's just chief digital officer. What was he before?
He was in charge of all the games.
He was executive.
He was an executive from Cartoon Network who worked at the company for 20 years. 20 years.
He was most recently the vice president of games and digital products, and now he's digital officer, chief digital officer, executive vice president. Chief digital officer.
So I'm just saying, he said he was contacted by a recruiter about an opportunity to be chief digital officer.
Why point that out? I wasn't on the hunt for another job, but I got contacted. Why?
Look, I'm not going to say, because look, I've been in situations sometimes too where it's kind of like, why did you do this? But in this case, it is kind of weird that he was with the company for 20 years. He was a vice president, and now he's kind of taking a step down to go work at Andrews McMeel, which is fine, but it's not Cartoon Network.
Yeah,
it's in Kansas City. It's kind of like out in the middle of nowhere.
Even though I've worked in animation and games, comics are my first love. You okay? So Garfield and Calvin and Hobbes are his favorites. I mean, I'm not trying to be a butt, but swing a dead cat and see it around comic people, and then you're always going to say, I love Garfield, I love Calvin and Hobbes, and I love Peanuts. It's going to be one of those three, a combination of those three. I mean...
Yeah,
it's always those three.
It's kind of a weird move. So he worked on Mighty Magiswords and some other ones. I mean, he's got a very lengthy resume.
He won a Primetime Emmy.
Yeah, so
let's go from being that to a chief digital officer.
Yeah, he got an Emmy for outstanding creative achievement in interactive media, and again, I'm not going to question somebody's career.
Yeah, maybe he has a good reason. Maybe his family there or something.
No, he said they showed him around Kansas City and he fell in love with it. I would look.
Maybe he did, but
that's possible, but. Given all the weird stuff going on at Warner Brothers right now...
I wasn't looking for another job, honest. They came to me.
Right.
Why would you say that?
Right.
You just say, I love comics. I wanted to work there.
Yeah. All the weird stuff going on at Cartoon Network, at Warner Brothers right now, having one of their executives jump ship for what is not a lateral move and then having a big story about it is kind of a weird... It's kind of a weird thing.
It's a weird thing.
So, I mean, there is some weird stuff going on there. We don't know exactly what's going to happen at Cartoon Network. Again, it is speculation on our part. There are people in the animation industry who have said that there are people who are concerned at Cartoon Network, given all the consolidation that's going on at
Given
Warner
the stuff
Brothers
they
right
keep
now.
picking, I'd be worried too.
Well, okay, so about that, it seems like Cartoon Network is more focused on international audiences right now and streaming.
Oh, We Bare Bears is huge overseas.
Yeah, We Bare Bears is a huge hit, especially.
I actually didn't mind We Bare Bears.
I liked We Bare Bears. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty
One of
good.
the few ones I actually thought wasn't that bad. Go ahead.
When I first saw it, I'm like, God, this looks dumb. But it's not a bad show. And, it's getting a movie treatment and a spin-off. This is like one of the few hits I guess they have left. I mean, Adventure Time ended. Steven Universe, I guess, ended. They're doing a movie. I don't know. And even Steven Universe,
it's the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah,
again.
I think it's got its niche Tumblr audience, but I don't think it's got really the mainstream. What they're doing is they're really pushing We Bare Bears, and you'll see overseas here they're pushing it pretty big actually, and they're gonna have another show that looks like it's in the same vein.
I want to say something about the other show real quick. Go back to it. It's called, was it Mau Mau? And
Mau Mau.
Here's the thing about this I thought was funny. A funny family story. We used to have a cat, and she was a black cat. Well, she's kind of a black calico cat. She looked like kind of our Stella now, with an orange spot in her head. But her name was Morsel, because she was so tiny we found her. Our mom named her Morsel. But her nickname was Mau Mau.
Aw.
So, and she was pure of heart. So that made me happy, because I don't know if the show's going to suck or not, but I was like, oh, it's called Mau Mau, like our cat. Anyway. She was a good cat.
Yeah, this is another one though that just kind of popped up, and again, where's Infinity Train? Where's Thundercats Roar?
This one back here kind of reminds me of a cross between We Bare Bears and was it Muto from the
Cat Returns? The fat
one.
The big fat
That's
cat.
what
Yeah,
it
kind
reminds me of, a cross between the two of them.
So, they got this going on, again, another new show, but this looks like, again, this kind of looks like it's sort of geared toward, that, like you said, that We Bare Bear style. It could be international audiences, because, Cartoon Network is really focusing on that international audience. Here they're doing hotels in Taiwan, and they're talking about, again, they mentioned specifically Adventure Time, Powerpuff, and We Bare Bears.
Well, look here. I was going to show you this part. Cartoon Network Asia Pacific, the #1 kids channel in the region. So they're doing here, but they're #1 kids channel in Asia Pacific. So
yeah. So and again, look at the room. What's the thumbnail? We Bare Bears. It's We Bare Bears.
I'm telling you, it's big over there. I watch a lot of K-drama. I watch a lot of Taiwanese drama and stuff, and they talk about it in the dramas. So I know it's big over there.
Yeah, but they're going to open one in the U.S. here,
I heard
too.
they were this summer. Yeah.
But it does seem that this is sort of what they're going for is the international audience, and I think, that's going to kind of drive the shows going forward. So yeah, this goes with the international audience for Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network creates pop-up channel. What the hell is a pop-up channel? Pop-up channel to reach new audiences. So the channel, which is called Pop and Watch, is being launched together with Cartoon Network partners in Asia. Okay, it will exist in the form of a pop-up channel, a pay-per-view channel, or as a branded programming block format. So I'm guessing it's going to be an hour of Cartoon Network on another channel. Is that kind of like a pop-up store? Is that what I'm thinking? Cartoon Network spokesperson explains to the Drum that the WarnerMedia owned channel is doing this because in countries like Malaysia, the programming blocks are on 2 free-to-air Astro channels, which will allow the channel to reach new audiences and continue providing content. In the Philippines,
to fans, because they're overseas.
Yeah, they're overseas. Yeah, in the Philippines, where viewers love watching cartoons, according to the channel, Cartoon Network will be hosting an archived library of content from the 90s. So basically, peak Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network was huge in the 90s when they had their, original stuff.
Well, if they ran that stuff here, it would probably be popular.
It used to be called Boomerang,
yeah,
and you know what they did to Boomerang? They put freaking Care Bears and Dibble on Boomerang.
Dibble took over Boomerang. You run the stuff here, and it would be huge. Because no one wants your new stuff. They want your old stuff. And the few good ones you do have, you can run here, but they're few and far between anymore because you keep picking things that aren't that good.
Well, that's what they're not talking about. What does not have international appeal is stuff like Steven Universe, Teen Titans Go. They're going for We Bare Bears, Powerpuff Girls, Adventure Time. It's just very interesting to see what they're really pushing overseas. And then this new show looks like it's kind of in the same vein, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. So the spokesperson adds, while there are opportunities for ad sales on the channel for sponsorship, the main motivation is primarily to provide subscribers with a value-added service and increase audience for Cartoon Network shows. I have to wonder, is there gonna be a day where there is no actual Cartoon Network on TV? Is it just gonna be that like Cartoon Network content is on? It's Cartoon Network branded content on a streaming platform.
Is Cartoon Network branded content going to be on the streaming platform that WarnerMedia is going to own?
I'm sure it is. But
I'm just saying.
Will Cartoon Network itself disappear?
Well, I mean, because you have to expense, like when you're a network, you have to have, like with cable, for example, the providers that pay so much per person or whatever to you. And I just think people they're all leaving.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think a lot of these places like Cartoon Network don't have a choice, completely honest. But
yeah.
I also think picking the wrong things that you keep picking doesn't help either.
Yeah.
Thundercats Roar, bad idea.
Yeah, again,
I cannot stress to you how bad an idea that is.
Well, okay, so that's another thing though too. Is that art style? Did they pick that goofy ass art style thinking it would have overseas appeal?
Well, I bet you.
Like, oh, these characters, like, they don't know who the Thundercats are in the Philippines. They don't care. But this goofy looking stuff might actually sell.
You know what? That's a very good point. And that's probably what's going on.
So they're
honestly, because it doesn't make any other explanation makes no sense. Because everybody who's looking at this that's our fan of Thundercats, that are American audiences are like, what the hell is this? But like you said, over there, they might think it's the greatest thing ever.
Right, because Adventure Time is popular, We Bare Bears is popular, and so if they do these goofy-looking Thundercats, that they can slap them in a hotel room or something.
And it seems like they're definitely going more for overseas audiences and less for the United States. That makes sense.
And that's why people...
Because I can see that slapped on a hotel room wall. I know I want to slap something. But
I mean, it might be a huge slap in the face to the fans of the original show, but they might actually be thinking this will make cute merchandise overseas. That might be the thought process behind.
We can sell balloons.
We can sell balloons of Lion-O
because they look like flipping balloons.
So it could very possibly be, people. This might be the secret of Thundercats War. It might not have been designed for U.S. audiences at all.
It was funny because we just came up with that as we were talking it out on this video.
Yeah, so there we go.
You didn't think about that until we started putting stuff together.
No, because I'm like,
you put the pieces together.
Yeah, you do.
Like, that one doesn't work this way, so we got to turn it that way, and then we got to shove this one up this way, and then if they don't fit, you hit it till it does. Boom.
Make it fit.
Theory.
So it's very possible that's what's going on, guys. Is that might be why we're getting the stuff we're getting, and maybe they're...
Is that like a room? You could rent a room. Is it a ball pit bed?
With Princess Bubblegum's castle.
I would think that's like suffocating hazard. I think it's probably just a play area.
Yeah, I think it's just a play area.
I think those parents are way too happy. And I know for me, being in a ball area in a dress, in a kid's ball area with who knows what the heck's on those bubbles or those balls, I would not be like, yeah, I'm in a dress in a ball pit.
Yeah.
Look how nice my hair looks. Look, it's perfectly curled.
I hope I don't get a disease.
Yeah, our hair isn't even a mess. It's like perfectly shiny and styled.
I tell you, that's quite the...
That's not how our family would look in a ball pit. I can just assure you that.
No.
We wouldn't look that poised.
No, everybody would be on their phones.
My hair, everybody on their phones. My hair would be like, I had to have gum in it or something. I'd be wearing the pants hiked up to my knees and like trying to wade out something nasty out of the ball pit so my kids don't touch it.
Oh, God.
You'd be like looking at your phone for
Probably.
sure. That's what you usually do.
Probably. So, I don't know, guys. We're going to keep an eye on the Cartoon Network situation. I do think that there's something going on, that we got people leaving.
Oh, no. He just left because he wanted to.
He just wanted to.
They offered it to him and he left. And that might be true.
It could totally be true.
I just don't understand. If I was leaving a company and going to another one, I probably wouldn't. Oh, no. I didn't leave because I had to. I didn't take a step down because I had to.
I think that there absolutely are going to be cutbacks at Cartoon Network. I think there has to be.
I bet you.
I think we're going to see cutbacks at Crunchyroll and Cartoon Network and Rooster Teeth. I think all these companies are going to sort of just gel into one, like Warner Brothers
who's
animation.
Running it now, I think that's going to happen.
Yeah. We've heard that AT&T is very miserly compared to previous management. So it's going to be interesting to watch. We're going to watch it. We're going to see what happens. We're going to find out where we are going to find out.
Wrong. It wouldn't be the first time. I don't think we are, but it could be.
I don't think we are. So we'll find out. We'll find out what's going on with Thundercats Roar, I think, in the process.
I'm not wrong about that. I mean, I'm not wrong that it sucks.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong.
I'm not wrong about Shira either. So
I don't think so. So please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, rants, gaming videos, art videos, and more. This has been Neon and Geeky.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching CLOWNFISH TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.